Good morning from Sacred Space at Titania's Realm. Don't mind the bags under the eyes. I've only had 3 hours sleep, but I feel great. I feel wonderful, and I'm so grateful. I just spoke to my friend Jackie, and she reminded me to keep a gratitude journal, which I probably won't go that far with it, but she did remind me to keep up my gratitude affirmations. So I am so grateful for the wonderful night I had last night, in spite of the early start to the evening when I had a massive big carpet python decide to visit me in my bathroom, and that was quite freaky and a bit disturbing and a bit frightening, but it's all good. Snakey went back down the same hole it came out of, and presumably it's not living in my wall cavity, and it's gone back out into the wild Holland Park environmental wonder. Am I right? I'm so grateful. Jackie reminded me, she said, you should be very grateful that snake went away the same way it came in and you were able to block up the hole, and you know that it's no longer living with you side by side in your house, chasing down the Charlie, which is a worry. It is a worry. But anyway, everything is safe and perfect in my world. And even though my beautiful friends made the 40-minute trip to catch the snake and we weren't successful, I'm so grateful for their love and friendship that they dropped everything to come to my aid. And, even though Snakey had gotten away, it's all good. It's all very good. I can see how deeply loved and protected and cared for I am, and I'm immensely grateful for that. And I had a wonderful night of dancing, and very grateful for that. And yes, it was an interesting energy last night. I was getting, a lot of, not unusual attention. I wouldn't say it was unusual, but a lot of women and men approaching me and asking my name, introducing themselves, and shook hands with a couple of men. They were all English and they were very friendly and lovely, and it was just delightful. And then one of the regular men, who I've kind of studiously avoided because he just comes across as a bit kind of sleazy and weird, was standing when I came out from the ladies and I'd gone to get a drink, and it was a bit odd. He was the only really oddity of the night. He kind of looked at me and went, giggled like a schoolgirl with delight that we were kind of face to face. Am I right? He's a very good looking man. He's an attractive man, but there's just something weird about him. Anyway, I just smiled politely because I'm just so happy and grateful to be still out doing my wild dance and my performance art, and having a venue where I seem to be really made welcome, and the staff treat me wonderfully, and alter egos treat me wonderfully, and Ramjet, when they play the alternate week, treat me wonderfully. And I seem to have found a place where I'm safe and where I'm valued and protected, quite a bit, and quite a lot actually. Let's not minimise. Let's not delegitimise and minimise. And so anyway, this weird ass man who is good looking, it was kind of comical though, because he went, ah, and I went, and then I wended my way, with my drink, wended my way back through the long way, through the crowd, and parting the Red Seas and indicating to people that I'm wanting to come through. It was a whole crowd, a circle of people, and they were all dancing very tightly together so you couldn't get through. And I just looked at one of the men and I just went, I do a lot of this non-verbally because drunk people, so that he looked and he said to his friends to make way for me, and his drunk mate that was blocking me still didn't quite get it, and I'm like, oh, but Jesus. But anyway, they made way for, me, which was very kind. So thank you so much. I just want to walk through and get through, you know. So I wended my way. By the time I'd wended my way through all the crowd of people and revelers and dancers, and I get back to, you know, my new adopted kind of spot where the big coffee table is, and that weird guy was waiting for me. He'd taken a shortcut and gone directly waiting for me. It was a bit freaky, people, to be honest. So I looked at him straight in the face. I said, "Did you take the shortcut so you could be here waiting for me when I arrived?" And he just went, "Huh," and ran away like a schoolgirl. So this is how I know that man is not relationship potential. It's immature, it's unsophisticated, and it's creepy and stalkerish to do that. Really. But anyway, I wasn't angry or upset about it. I just thought, note to self, remember that one. He'd been giving me off weird ass vibes from the time I started going there, and I thought, oh, maybe, because I can be a bit judgmental with men, especially men who are actually available and interested in me. I'm always a little bit wary, and I can be a bit mean. Not mean as in, what's you doing over there, Charlie? Not mean as in I'm going out of my way to be mean to them, you know, because I'm a bitch or anything, but just I can be have my walls up, and the wall might go up a bit further, or I might chip it down a bit depending on, you know, if I'm feeling kind of energetically invaded or not, and interpersonally invaded too. But anyway, I thought I'm glad I had that wall up with that particular person because they were odd, their behaviours. But anyway, no harm, no foul. I still had a lovely time, and he didn't actually bother me when I said, "Did you take the shortcut so you could meet me when I got here?" It was like that's kind of romantic. If I was interested in him, I'd be like, "Oh, how sweet. He wanted to wait for me when I arrived in full femme fatale, flagrancy, flagrant passion and power and romance and delight." But it was also kind of creepy. Anyway, but apart from that one weird bit of weirdness, there was another regular who's had his eye on me for quite some time. Well, he has his eye on every female with legs, but anyway, doesn't matter. They're not particularly fussy, are they? So it's not often really much of a compliment, you know. They're just kind of, you know, any port in the storm, as my mother used to say. But anyway, well, she'd know about that, wouldn't she? Daughter of a ship's carpenter. I'm being mean. See, I can be a bit mean, you know. I also see the kind of absurdist and funny side of it. But anyway, this other particular regular was, his modus operandi was very similar to another regular that wasn't there last night. I thought, oh my God, it's like cardboard cutouts. You could line them up, make a little, you know those dolls you used to make when we were kids out of paper dolls, you know, you draw a little man and they'd all be joined up and you'd unfold it and they'd all be this like string of paper little men. That's what it reminded me of. Same fucking modus operandi, same dynamic, same level of kind of desperation. So then I had to ask myself, because is it projection? Am I desperate? Am I giving off that kind of vibe, but in the feminine version? Am I just as fucking creepy, you know? God, I hope not. I really do. I would hate to be a person like that, she says, smiling. So anyway, so what happened was, I won't name names because some people probably from the Brooklyn Standard watch my videos, and if I name them, they'll know who I'm talking about, and then that's embarrassing and awkward, and I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings, I really don't. But anyway, this particular man was like behind me, beside me. Every time I turned my head, he was like, oh, here we go, same modus operandi. So anyway, I go out to dance and do my performance art and ham up to all the songs and move all the energy and emotions through me, and it's fun for me, and it's also cathartic. And so anyway, so I'm just, doing my thing, living my best life. I look up and this particular man is now directly in front of me, looking at me rather eagerly. And I thought, oh dear God, he's worked his way up all night, worked himself into a tizzy and found a way to be directly in front of me. So I'm just kind of nodded and shy, not overly warm welcoming. Don't chew that. Not overly warm welcoming smile. And so he looks at me. Anyway, I look up at my friend in the band. I just went, and he's like, because he knows. He even joked with me a few weeks ago about how good I am at, because I said, oh, I've been dodging dickheads all night, and he said, you're very good at dodging the dickheads, Tanya. It's true. 13 years of doing this. I'm a professional dickhead dodger. I've had to be, because I used to invite them into my boudoir and then, have that level of mess. So we're not having that anymore. I'm going out. Oh, my darling. I'm going out to dance and live my best life, and I don't want any messes or any false lovers or any heartaches. And what I don't want, and what manifests, Jackie reminded me, I have to fine-tune my positivity and be grateful. I'm grateful for my beautiful, soul-nourishing, loving friends in the club who want the best for me, even when I can be stubborn and recalcitrant about wanting to do my mosh. They're completely right. I could actually snap my fucking neck one day and end up in a wheelchair. Jackie reminded me of that. She said, you really have been quite naughty, Tanya. I have, but I don't like my agency taken from me, and I don't like my dance taken from me, because my dance is my magic. I guess, to be fair, no, that's not completely true. I can be magical without the dance, but it's a big part of my creative expression and my my feeling of freedom and wildness and joy. I mean, I've always said, I will dance as long as my legs and feet carry me, and when the day comes when I can't dance anymore, I'll adjust to that reality. But I won't like it. I won't fucking like it. Or if, God forbid, I should get Alzheimer's or dementia like my mother, and I do the zombie shuffle and, just the hollow fucking ghosts wandering around, shadows of themselves. I went through that watching her descent into, slow descent into death via the Alzheimer's process. So trust me, when you can't dance and walk and talk and express, that to me is a living nightmare and a hell. You're singing lots of songs in my ears. What do you want to tell Mummy? Do you want to tell Mummy a story? So, Mummy, I heard you scream last night. You screamed so loud that even I got a fright. Yes, but Charlie, that creature that was in our bathroom was probably aiming for you, Missy. You're a very, very desirable afternoon or midnight snack right now for a certain viper. Well, it's not really a viper, it's a python. Let's not exaggerate, Mama T, but it was a big motherfucking python. It really was. He or she was enormous, and you would have just been a little snack in the back tooth, because they opened their jaws and they go, it would have been, bye-bye, Charlie. You had an almost near-death experience. Yes, because if it had made it to your bedroom, and you would have just had a heart attack just then and there. It was so massive, you just would have gone, bing, gone. Mama nearly had a heart attack when she saw it slithering all over her perfume bottle collection. I know. And it broke my very, very ancient old Factice bottle of, can't remember what the bloody perfume was now. But I had two, I've only got one now, got broken. But look, these things happen. It was an emergency. Uncle Peter and Auntie Robin came to save us from our snakiness. Yes, what can I say? That was so wonderful of them. But, how many times is Mama going to have to be saved from that snake? I have a feeling it'll be back. But as long as it can't get inside my house with me, I'm okay with that. Because that was intense, people. And here's the funny thing. I posted on Facebook. I said, this is Kundalini energy. This is masculine energy and sex energy. I said, it's going to attract a potential lover to me. I'll have to be kind of on high alert. I didn't actually write that down, but that's what I meant by the masculine energy. And yes, the men were very sweet to me last night. Very sweet indeed. But not sleazy, except for that weird-ass guy that shortcutted to meet me at the table. Oh, honestly. I could have just been nice to him and said, here we meet again, how nice. But I'm not encouraging that one. If a man gives me the heebie-jeebies from the very beginning, they get zero encouragement. So I just noticed I missed wiping up one of her poos yesterday. This is why Snake is coming, Charlie. Can smell you. I smell like rainbow lorikeet all through this house. Yes, snakes have a very good sense of smell. Here's the irony. I'm a wood snake in Chinese astrology, and I seem to keep attracting snakes. And they're so friendly to me. Like, this one was actually kind of smiling at me like this. I'm like, oh, great. That's just what I need. A massive carpet python living in my bathroom. I couldn't even pee. And I was wanting to wash my hair before I went dancing because my hair's very lank and oily lately because I've not been well. And I was like, man, I got to wash my hair. I can't go out with greasy freaking oily hair. So I thought the snake was coiled up in the foot spa on top of my cabinet, right? And I was like, okay, I'm not going to go near that freaking creature. But so I'm talking to, this is how crazy it was. I thought it was up there. I'm going, look, snake, you just stay there. I'm just going to get my shampoo and my conditioner. I'll be out of here, okay? And I got all my little boxes I keep all my makeup in. I'm just getting my makeup. Don't move. Just stay there. And I'm talking to it, thinking it was in there. And then when my friend Peter arrived, he goes, where is it? And I went, it's in that thing. And I went, don't stick your head right in it. It's a massive freaking snake. And he loves catching snakes. That's why I asked him to help me, because he's, it's something he enjoys doing, So he was so excited. He says, now stay very calm, Tanya. You got to stay calm so that the snake's calm and I'm calm. I said, yes, I've just been read that drum by my friend Lynn, told me not to upset the snake in any meaningful way by being even the slightest bit histrionic. But we're too late for that. I've already screamed and been histrionic, Peter. He's like, oh, of course you did, Tanya. I was like, it's okay. I've kept it very quiet. I've tried not to go in there too often. How many times have you gone in there, Tanya? I had to get my makeup and start getting ready for my dance. Am I right? My dance is that important that even a snake potentially curled up in a spa bath, which is where I thought it was, foot spa, I said, did not stop me from going to get my makeup. And he looked at me and went, it's actually quite brave of you, Tanya. I went, yeah. I said, here's the video of the snake. I'm not making it up. It's real. And I showed him. He was like, that is a very large snake. We've got to figure out how we're going to get it out of the foot spa though. Anyway, I said, look, here's a step ladder, Peter. Don't put your head close to it, but it's up there. I thought it was up there. I really did. Because when I was videoing it, looked like it stuck its head and went down and coiled around. No, the serpentine little bugger had gone back down the hole it had popped out of. So Peter gets up, says there's nothing in that foot spa. I went, oh dear goddess, did I hallucinate the whole thing? I said, but here I have video evidence. He says, no, that's real. You did not imagine that. He said, there's a hole in the corner of the top of your shower stall, and it would have gone back down where it went. So what you thought was it going down into that bucket thing and coiling around, was it going down, and it's now behind all your plumbing there. I went, oh, bejesus. So we blocked it off, and hopefully Elvis Snake Person has left the building. Am I right? So anyway, Jackie gave me very interesting advice. She said snakes and also mice and rats hate the taste of aluminium foil. She said if they bite into that, they just repulses them. So she said fold up a sheet of aluminium foil across the hole where it came out of underneath the board, just as a temporary measure till you can organise with housing to come and, board up the hole and put a permanent repair job on it so it can't pop up again ever again. Snakes popping up in my bathroom. Isn't that weird? So anyway, so I've had a wonderful, interesting evening. Just a few days into Samhain, our Southern Hemisphere kind of Halloween, because it's Beltane in the Northern Hemisphere. I had all these spiritual messages yesterday as well. I woke up with that song lyric in my head, which is a message, and then the really potent but physical augury of snake crawling around in my bathroom. Oh well, she broke 2 perfume bottles, but it's okay. It's not something you would expect to come out through that avenue anyway. Are you chewing my shaman drum? Don't do that, Charlie. Come here. You can't be chewing my drums, all right? No. You can't. All right, anyway. So on that happy note, I'm feeling very much loved and protected and cared for, and a big thank you to Brooklyn Standard, who are just so sweet to me and kind and lavish me occasionally. Lavish me, they know what I mean by that. And thank you for the music and the sweetness, Alter Egos. Big thank you. And I am grateful and I am appreciative, and the dance continues as it always shall do until I get too old and or die, whichever comes first. So, Charlie, what are you looking at up there? There's no snakes up there. And you can't climb up there because I haven't put the curtains back. I washed them, but I have to iron them and put them back. Yes. So now you don't have an avenue to climb up on. She likes climbing up on top of the curtain rails and pooping up there. So we're not having that. Are we, Charlie? Anyway, so I carry on with today's readings of even date, the memories of the 4th of May, 2024. May 4th, may the force be with you, us all. Isn't that right, Charlie? She says, I don't know who Yoda is or what the force is, or the force is all around us, Charlie. The force made you and the force made me. Kind of. was a bit squidgy when it made us, but it's okay. You know, nothing is meant to be perfect, Charlie. We're imperfect perfectionists in our own perfections. We're confections. We're sweetness and happiness and light when we're not being ornery, cantankerous, overly tired little biatches. But anyway, life goes on, people. I'm really happy today. I'm really happy, you know. Very happy and contented, but I probably will have to crawl back into bed a bit later because 3 hours sleep after 3 hours of intense dancing is not quite enough. But sometimes I do that when I dance wildly. I didn't do the mosh. I kept my promise. I did flip my hair around a little bit, but I didn't do the full 360-degree mosh. So 3 hours of innovated exercise sometimes sends me a bit hypomanic and high because, you know, I live with constant chronic fatigue, so it can go from one extreme to the other. But I'm happy and contented, and as I said, feeling very much loved. Even by my birdie. Even by my birdie. Oh my goodness. All right, so today's readings are titled Old Flames and Burnt Out Smoking Ashes of Grand Passions. Life goes on. She's really annoyed that there's no curtains to climb. I can see her going like this, trying to work out a way around how to get up high on those curtain rails. Do you want me to put you up there? But if I put you up on the rail, you're going to poop because you just pooped already. I know. It's a birdie's life. I really love this photo that I'm about to show you. I think Jared took it from his camera, which takes much better photos. And it's when Soxy was still alive. I think it was taken in. Do I have a caption on it? Oh, Sox, 4th of May, 2020. But this is one of my top 10 favourite photos. I've got a few favourite photos that I really, really love. And they're usually ones that were taken by Jared. But Sox sitting with on my beautiful table that I decoupaged with a cup of tea sitting there, and the oil bottles. I was giving some aromatherapy bottles to my daughter Crystal. They were both visiting. Here's the top half of that photo. So we've got the perspective, just like the light and shadow from the light, and then the fabulous art of my table, and then our beautiful Sox right there, planted like the king of Holland Park that he really was, right in the middle of it. And my beautiful boy is in Valhalla now. Got to move things away from me. Just want to bloody chew everything today. Stop chewing my things, Charlie. Being a bit of a naughty birdie. 4th of May 2024. This was taken last night at 12:15. You can't see my whole outfit, but I if I say so myself, I looked beautiful last night. I had my white shirt, which is, you know, long sleeved with the ruffle down the front, all my garnets and pearls. Then what you can't see is I had my black striped underbust corset and my maxi length velvet skirt and my pattern tights and my bikey looking boots because they're comfortable for dancing, and now it's winter. I've reverted to wearing those. Come here, Charlie. Come here. Come here. Are you going to be a naughty girl? Is you going to be a naughty girl? Yes, she is. She's got plans on being a naughty girl. Well, anyway, and it was really quite delightful. I had a few compliments from women in the club last night saying how lovely I looked. So I thought, oh, that's really sweet, you know. I like dressing up for my wild nights of dancing because, you know, why not? It's my only opportunity to dress up sometimes. 4th of May 2023. Also, someone has to set the standard at the Brooklyn Standard. I'm just joking about that. Most people turn up wearing, you know, t-shirts and jeans. There's no fashion code or anything like that. I just dress up because for my, you know, for my feeling of contentment and happiness and satisfaction. Come on, up. And sometimes the other women dress up too, and it's lovely, you know. I mean, come on, we live in a disposable, throwaway society. It's just nice to bring back a bit of style and a bit of, what do you call it? Joie de vivre. I'm going to keep moving things away from her. Look, what are you doing? Can't you just sit still? I've got birdie ADHD driving me nuts. Anyway, 4th of May 2023. A nice day. Rati cleaned in the morning. I transcribed my trance drumming notes and put them into folios in my folder. Some interesting insights in those. Also, a lot of utter tosh as well, but when you dredge things up from your subconscious, you never know what you're going to get. Sometimes it is insightful and interesting though. Then I made a pumpkin and potato soup with celery. It's good soup weather already, getting cooler now. I also baked bread in my bread machine. I felt tired from the effort of the past 2 days polishing my boulder opal. I also took Beau and Charlie for a walk, and we visited Rosie the Labrador, Blue Boy the Blue Heeler, and of course, Little Miss Coco. Rosie was thrilled to see us and played exuberantly. Lovely dog. Blue Boy was also happier than usual to see me. I'm having trouble getting to see him on my walks. He's getting so old and his owner's quite elderly. She doesn't always put him outside anymore. So it's hit and miss whether I get to see him or not. But I saw him when did I go for a walk? I think it was Monday. Yeah, and he was so happy to see me. He wagged his tail and smiled and had a little pat. And then I was summarily dismissed because I think he's getting a bit senile too. But anyway, we had a little hello and a pat, and he was happy and I was happy, and I love my dog friends. Yes. What's that person dragging home? Fridges. Oh, I must be doing the curbside scavenging. 4th of May 2021. Storm incoming. The lightning is an unusual golden colour. I checked the BOM, that is, what's it called? Bureau of Meteorology. And there is a severe storm warning with hail predicted. I'm not feeling anything serious, but that lightning sure is an unusual colour in the night sky. And what I meant by I'm not feeling anything serious is sometimes I will somatise a bad storm, sometimes 3 to 4 days beforehand. I'll get all anxious and weird and unable to settle, like I've got ADHD, which I actually don't have, but it looks like that. And I'll be all restless, and I'll pace up and down the house like a father awaiting, a newborn baby to arrive. I'll be all anticipatory and pacing in and out. And then after a while, I'll just realise I'll be like, the storm's coming. And invariably, 99.9% of the time, I'm correct. But it's weird how my body just energetically somatizes that. I guess probably everybody does that to a certain degree, but with me it's really intense, Even my psych's noticed it. He said, I can set the clock by you 4 seasons of the day, your mood swings and your mood changes, and you get almost immediately sick at the moment the weather changes, which is a pain in the frickin' ass really, but what can I do? And anyway, it's a living, people. 4th of May 2020. This was taken the same evening when we took that beautiful photo of socks, and me looking quite triggered because I did not agree with wearing masks during COVID. I said it won't stop anything because a virus is microscopic and can get through anything. Am I right? I was proved right in the end. But anyway, here we were. My daughter assiduously made all these wonderful masks for us because she was a Covidian slave to the machine and quite brainwashed and convinced of it all. But here's me. My eyes tell the story, literally, what the actual fuck. But I was being a nice mummy and put on the mask to keep her feeling like she wasn't going insane and wasting her time, when in actual fact she kind of was. But she'd put all that hard work into sewing masks for us, and I like to appreciate people's work and value their work and effort, and in particular their art and craft. So I've still got the masks, and I did wear them. I didn't agree with them, but I did wear them when I was forced to wear them, when I had to go to the skin doctor, for example. But, when I wore them, they gave me hypoxia and I would literally nearly pass out and faint. So it was not good. So I was right to reject them, actually, given how bad the state of my lungs are. I captioned that photo, first time I have seen my family in 2 months. My daughter and my best male friend, who is an adopted brother. Not officially adopted, but might as well be. I'm just thinking to myself, I should make it official one day. But why bother? I know he's my brother. He knows he's my brother. Lynn knows she's my sister. Ain't got nothing to prove, man. 4th of May. Where are you going now? Got very cold feet, Charlie. Just jumped on my arm and it felt like ice. What are you doing? No, you can't chew the laptop. No, that's not for you. No, not even if you sing nicely. She's going to push the envelope because she can, because she's got Mama T's wild spirit. She'll see how far she can go. You should see her. She's all hunched over, trying to look innocent and sweet. Now she's quickly preening. What are you doing, Charlie? She's leaning against my arm, looking all sweet and like butter wouldn't melt in her beak. I know what you're doing, Charlie. You're the newest new world leader at Sacred Space, taking over the world one human at a time. Hate to tell you this, but there's 8 billion of us. How many have you taken over already, Charlie? 72 subscribers on your channel, Mama T. I've taken over 72 people that we know of, and however many people didn't subscribe. That's very cute, Charlie. You is adorable, Charlie. Tell the people how adorable you are. Yes, say hello, people. Oh, look, there's a birdie. There's a birdie. Anyway, where was I? 4th of May, 2019. Yesterday I was hypomanic, so I put that intense burst of psychic energy, which combined with bone-weary chronic fatigue feels like my own body is at war with itself, into cleaning all my copper pots and collection. Phew, insane. It took hours. It takes about 5 hours to be exact. Fortunately, it doesn't have to be done every week, but well, this is what happens when you collect copper and brass objects. You have to clean it. Sooner or later, you have to clean it. Usually I leave it as long as possible too, because I'm indolent like that. Yes, Charlie. Indolent. Towards the end, I still have 2 copper objects to clean. I was muttering and cheering myself on. But I started feeling lightheaded and fucking crazy, so I quit and went to watch TV for a while. I went to bed. Ow, don't bite his mummy, Dad. No. I went to bed at 11:30 p.m, but my bladder, fuck you, you wonderful Frankensteinian creation, decided, as she does every 2 to 3 hours every night, to drag me out of bed to decompress my vital signs and release toxins. Polyuria is a side effect of sleep apnea, but it could be menopause also. No, it's bladder overactivity from my nervous system. Oh. Anyway, you can't make this shit up. You just can't make this shit up. How many things go wrong with my inner workings. But I am grateful that I am healing, that I have wonderful and powerful and determined doctors on my team. And I am powerful and I am healthy in my own mind, which I'm manifesting daily. And I take good care of myself and my birdie. And life is beautiful. I'm going to stick to that reality. I finally fell into a deep sleep after 3:30 a.m. That is, my bladder shut the fuck up and I ceded to exhaustion. I woke up rather unwillingly at 12:30 p.m. to a huge fly buzzing my face. That same motherfucker has been waking me up the exact same way for the past 4 mornings. It buzzed, and in my semi-conscious state I wondered if it was the harbinger of death, or how attractive to fucking flies my naked, sweaty, extruding body and layer-while unconscious breath must be. It was a bit of a frightening thought, to be honest. Weirdly, within minutes of waking up, greeting my dog and Penny, who was one of my beautiful cats, the fly creature disappeared. That fly reminds me of my mother, pestilential and intrepid, never let me rest without waking me up loudly and inappropriately, usually slamming my door into the wardrobe or letting her evil berserk cat in to viciously bite at my throat. Magic the Second was an evil sibling rivalry cunt of an animal. He really was. It was awful. He used to attack my throat, literally, and I'd be trying to pull him off me, and I'd pull him off my throat. This is when I was like 13 or 14, in high school, and I'd throw him like onto the floor at the end of my bed, and being a cat, and as soon as his feet touched the ground, he'd pounce and be back at my throat again. I swear to God, that cat was demonic. I wouldn't even be surprised that my mother did some magical ritual to make it even more demonic than usual, but that cat was insane. It used to wait for me when I came home from high school, Wellington Girls College to be exact, with very thick winter tights on because it was very cold in Wellington in the winter. So like 20 denier tights, like really thick. And he would wait up, we had to walk upstairs to get up because we lived above a commercial building. So I would wait till I walked in the front door, ascend to the staircase, and he'd be sitting there with one claw primed like this, waiting for me, and I'd be like, don't do it, Magic, don't fucking do it. And sure enough, soon as I walked past where his level is, he'd slash my legs. Like, that is the only cat in my long history of owning cats that was awful to me and demonic and dangerous, by the way. Oh, his other trick was he'd wait while I was like partially still asleep when I had to get up to pee during the night, or early in the morning when I got up, and he'd just walk right in front of me and I'd trip over him. That was one of his other tricks. He was like literally, Charlie, don't do that. He was literally trying to kill me, that animal. It was so psychotic but true. And my mother let him do it right up until the time he urinated in this very thick German magical tome, rare book she'd had sent out from Germany that cost, in those days, like about $300-400 New Zealand dollars. I don't know what it cost in German marks, but anyway, it was an expensive fucking book that my Auntie Lottie had sent out from Germany. And he had a habit of urinating in my wardrobe, on all my shoes, on all my handbags and stuff. He would piss on it. So after I got married and moved out and was now living in my husband's home, Magic, in frustration because he couldn't pee on my stuff anymore, went and peed on this. I don't know why she had it lying on the floor, to be frank, but anyway, he peed all over it, saturated it with full bladder, ruined the entire book. I almost had to laugh with delight and schadenfreude because Mum had never prevented that animal from destroying my shoes and bags and clothing and stuff. But when it came to be her things, she took him to the vet and euthanized him. He'd been crazy his entire life, that cat. But when his level of crazy impacted on her level of crazy, he had to die, am I right? This is what happens when you have a narcissist for a mother. But anyway, thankfully, I didn't pee on her things because she would have done the same thing to me as a baby. Probably was touch and go, if the truth be known, to be honest. There is that. Anyway, you kind of have to laugh how everything was tolerated until it happened to her. So yeah, I got up and threw on clothes, fed Charlie and put him outside. This is when we thought Charlie was a boy. And weeded the garden at the back, which is getting out of control. Now I am exhausted again. Woot, but alive and aware in the dream, for which I am grateful. I have had some intense dreams all week too. Changes afoot. I can feel it coming. Yesterday, I felt Dave's energy. I should just refer to him as creature too. But then, can't have two creatures the same. What shall we call him? No, we'll just leave it at Dave. It's just so boring and it just matches his personality, doesn't it? Just lackluster and acopic and a bit fucking inept and weak, quite frankly. Yesterday I felt Dave's energy from 2 p.m. till bedtime. This is how intense our telepathy was. He had no real interest in being my partner, but for some fucked up reason, we had this intense telepathy. I still don't understand what that, even my psychiatrist was amazed and doesn't understand what that was, because he doesn't call it telepathy. He calls it a Jungian connection. Same shit, different day, people. But anyway, no idea what he is doing or what he wants. There is a wonderful invention. It's called a mobile phone. I am not going to respond to his probably unconscious energy signatures. If he wants to talk to me, he can call me. I reject this unholy telepathy. I know many of you think me mad. Oh, here I write. But even my doctor has taken notice of my Jungian connection. Well, I am an old-fashioned woman. In my day, if a man loved you, he rang or showed up. You know, in real world, like a real man. Ain't nobody got time for this shit. Not even Mama T. Anyway, good afternoon, smiley face. It's about to rain, but today is gonna be a good day. Update 2020. No, the photo of him and I together showed up in my memories too, from the 4th of May 2014, which was a very nice moment that we had together. I lent him my biker jacket because it was freezing bloody cold that night. It's probably about 3 in the morning after I'd been dancing all night. So he bought me the coffee, and I bought the baklava, and we shared the baklava together, because he's very skinny and, you know, tall and skinny and lanky, and I'm, you know, very hefty and had been dancing all night, so I was already quite overheated. I lent him my jacket to put on because he was quite cold, and it was kind of sweet, and he was like, yeah, I want this jacket. And I went, you're just so fucking opportunistic. You know, he was just so Machiavellian, always wanted something from me but gave nothing in return, really. It's just not that I wanted a transactional relationship, nor do I want one, but I'm just saying the man was just so completely, utterly fucking inept and selfish. So he wanted my bikie jacket. I said, you can't have my jacket. It is a man's jacket and it's meant for a man. But I said, you can't have it. It's my jacket and I wear it and I love it. Get your own fucking jacket. And then a bit later on in the relationship, well, it wasn't a real relationship, in the quasi-friendship, I went skip diving and found this fabulous eggshell blue cashmere man's jacket. I gave it to him. Another stupid thing I did. I don't normally resent gifts I give to people, by the way. I'm not like that. But I do kind of resent that jacket because I still could have worn it even though it was a man's jacket. It was cashmere. And then he still was like, I don't know if I'll wear this kind of jacket. I went, well, if you won't wear it, give it back to me, you idiot. Like, why am I wasting time with you anyway? Just looked at me. I don't know what happened with that jacket in the end. I never saw him wear it. Anyway, this is what happens when you deal with like low-level entities and kind of peasants. Like, they appreciate nothing, they value nothing, they value no one, and they devalue and delegitimize you because they're Machiavellian narcissists. And yes, it was all collapsing like a pack of cards, and I was watching all these behaviors of his. I was like, why do I even love you? Like what is this even about? I sometimes wonder, it's going to sound weird, people, But if someone, maybe our mutual, my former friend Creature, had done some kind of spell, it was just beyond. It was kind of like an enchantment, or a love bite of the, love type psychic vampires. Went on far too long, but only because I kept it going for far too long. Mama T won't be doing that again. 3 strikes, out, gone out of my life, done and dusted. Now listen to that, Charlie. Can you hear that? Can't see it, but there's birdies in that tree, twittering. Oh, yes it is. It's a little, what is it? I think it's a little butcher bird. Come on, give me your repertoire. Don't be stingy. You know I love being sung to, even by the birds. Now, where was I? Did I read that already? It's gone. My whole story's just gone somewhere. I didn't touch it. Did you do that, Charlie? We were talking about that creature, that verminous, low-level entity. Ah, yes, here we were. Pity, I wrote this in 2020. Pity it never fully manifested into a lasting partnership. That's how madly in love with it I was. Sad, isn't it? My goddess. Thank you, Papa Legba, for bringing me back into the world and sloughing off people who were actually vitriolic enemies to my face and behind my back, by the way. C'est la vie. It wasn't for lack of trying on my part. My heart is stoic, resilient, and unwavering, even if it was kicked to shit too many times. I have an indomitable spirit and an intrepid heart. Somebody should cut it out of my chest after I die, like they did with Phar Lap's heart, am I right? And bloody keep it in a bottle of preservative as a museum exhibit. The Tanya's heart that never, ever quit. For fuck's sake. I did actually write that, by the way. FFS, exclamation mark, times 3. It was crazy making. It really was. It's why I'm so thrilled and delighted and rejoicing in my true friends who are loving and kind to me. Because I deserve that much out of the shit show of a life I've had. True, authentic, loving, kind friends. Instead of false, feckless, malevolent, vicious former lovers. I am grateful. Jackie Burns, I'm grateful to be alive in this moment and to be free of all of that. Ooh, I just realised that dead Elvis creature who has been sending actual doppelgangers and other Elvis impersonators to my spot on the dance floor for several weeks, double ooh. Well, it's his birthday today. Oh, I wish I hadn't written that down because now I'm reminded. That was a creep fest too. Oh dear goddess. I hope like hell he doesn't put in an appearance at the casino tonight. I have been pre-warned by Spirit with all the pseudo manifestations, in brackets, man infestations. So I think he might. Triple ooh. Meanwhile, something is blossoming in my chest, and it's not the usual backed up bile. The rain is soothing. I am feeling momentarily happy. and free, perhaps even powerful in my own spirit. So yeah, any former sputtering flames better not attempt to play me tonight. I will douse them with my wit. Cool their ardour with my tempestuous fury, or leave them flat like the intemperate brats they are. Remind me, where is my fucking lemonade? Ah yes, it was solo, bitter, sour and deprived. Yes, I did mean to say, I was going to say maybe I meant depraved, but no, I didn't mean to say deprived. Or should that actually be depraved? Ha ha ha. Because you wouldn't, this shit can only happen to me, am I right? It's unbelievable how badly and abhorrently I have been treated by former lovers. And I'm grateful that they are all long, long gone. So grateful. And I'm grateful that I'm willing and ready and able to open up to a wonderful, soul-nourishing, loving, genuine, generous, kind, respectful, romantic, passionate, devoted man. Am I right? It's about bloody time, Mama D. 59 years old. It's about time. What do you say, Charlie? She says, now look, Mama, you, no matter what happens, you are doing great. No matter what happens, Mama, you just live your best life and keep dancing and being joyous. Because that's what Charlie would do. Do you dance, Charlie? It's dancey, 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 dancey. I don't think she likes that much. Big rainstorm just hit. Finally. That will clear my meridians. I do love wild storms. I do indeed. Hashem. What? Look who showed up in my memories just now. No wonder I was feeling his energy signature. 5 years ago we took those photos. After that, oh how he played me for a fool. But love is eternal. It sneaks in the back door, stares at me from across a dance floor, then mercurially, I was trying to play on the word mercury. Mercurially, I don't even know if that's a word, people, slips and slides away like the slippery fish he is, because he was a really watery, undercurrent, undertow Pisces. Not a nice Pisces at all. I can laugh now. Healing. I love the first photo, as I actually said to him, pretend you like me, and he stood so dignified but obviously bemused. It's actually my favourite photo of him. I think it's still somewhere back in 2014 in one of my phone memories, but it was a lovely photo of him. It's credit where it's due. I mean, the guy was a fucking cunt to me overall, but that was a lovely photo. And I love how he played up to me when I said, pretend you like me. You know, sarcasm. Not everyone can carry that off, just saying. Now he's just a fading memory, and I am ready to let all that shit go. My psychiatrist said Dave is back. I was a tad annoyed by this. After all, He is not back at all, but tap, tap, taps my energy, and I work hard to ignore it so I can let go, let love, and maybe one day find authentic love with someone new. Sick to death of being Lot's wife, but alas, my doctor is right. He is back. Grr. I won't share, the photo, I have posted the photos here. I won't share them on YouTube because I'm not aggrandising that arsehole. It's enough that I spoke so lovingly about how dignified and sweet he was, but look at it. It's just, no. Love is the law, Tanya. You chose to love that man quite willingly, without rhyme or reason. It was beyond insane. But anyway, if you want to see what he looks like and you're a bit nosy and a bit curious, but he really is a non-event, so you're not missing much. The photos are up on today's even date, 4th of May, 2000. It'll say 2023 because I'm not updating to the new year because I have to change everything. And I did that last year and I'm tired. But anyway, under 4th of May 2023 are the photos. And me looking very tired with big bags under my eyes because I've been dancing wildly all night. And but tired and contented and a bit in love. But anyway, here I write in the comments section, he wanted to keep my jacket too, lol. And my friend Morris said he was at Irish Murphy's last Saturday, and I laughed. Stalker, I said, who cares? He knows where to find me when he wants to purr from the other side of the dance floor, rolling on the floor laughing my ass off. And he did indeed do that for years, people. Years. It was kind of insane. A man who wasn't interested in me in any real way literally stalked me in my dance space. It's like, what the fuck was that? Probably hoping I had another jacket to give him, am I right? Trying to catch Charlie before she chews on my shamanic drum. Stop that, Charlie. No, no, no. Yes, you. I'm talking to you. You should see. Sly way she turned her head around like, me? No. I'm going to have to take that away from you. Look, you're worse than a toddler right now, by the gods. It's hard work navigating you sometimes, Charlie. Oops, salty, shh, trying to let shits go. So that was back in 2019 when I'd finally calibrated that he was indeed a shit and that I was indeed a pillar of salt, slowly melting in my own crustiness, while internally a constantly conflagrating volcano of grief and despair and, unrequited love and unresolved passions and not being treated right. This is how it all went down, people. It was really awful. It really was beyond awful. But I am grateful that I'm free of that now, and how beautiful and kind, sweet people are to me now, and life is beautiful, and even the salt block, even my saltiness will eventually wash away, and I will be purified and cleansed and blessed, and my true loving man will choose me and make a commitment to me and be good and kind to me. And that, my friends, will be a happiness that I will have probably trouble calibrating from for the first few weeks or months, because I'll have trouble believing that it's real. Oh, what do you say, Charlie? She goes, Mummy, you'll know it's real because he'll be a devoted, sweet, loving man He will always have your back and will never let you down. Amen, sister. 4th of May 2018. So tired this morning. It's a glorious, sunshiny day though. I woke up at 8:30 a.m. and felt motivated enough to hit the ground running, but now fell in a hole. Miffle, miffle, I am still down here. Can you see me? Lol. I'm going to visit Bridgie the Savo to bring her the knitted fairy I made for her. She is gifting me a dream catcher, so that will be lovely. There's a lot I can say about that, but I'm over it now, so I will say nothing. You know when I'm over it, when I no longer have anything to say about it. What are you doing, strange little birdie that you are? Yes, you're my beautiful girl. 4th of May 2017. Oh, I must plant some more because that was a beautiful display. A beautiful display. Fully opened dahlia. Today I let go. I need a drink. Today I let go of another Horcrux from my marriage 33 years ago. Apart from the wedding photos, this was the last attachment to my early life as a young wife and mother. I feel shattered to think how pointless and worthless my entire life has been, not for the first or last time, no doubt. No attachments left to that family apart from their name and my daughter's bloodlines. Freedom had a price and cost me too much, but it will be a distant, almost forgotten memory one day. I am glad I burnt the wedding dress last year. I belong to no human but to myself, and I suppose the Holy One. Update 2020. Must be something about this time of year. Exactly a week ago, on the 27th of April, I burnt the teddy that Trevor gave me. Trevor was my paedophile godfather. I have just had a delicious bath in Epsom salts with aniseed, mandarin, bergamot oils. A long soak while watching wisdom teachings on Gaia.com. I feel much calmer now, also cleansed and purified. Sighs. 4th of May 2014. Don't trust it to not poop in my hair. I had a wonderful night with my beautiful, that creature that I can't even bear to name because I feel sick. Anyway, she bought us dinner at Jackpot Noodles, which was delicious. Then we danced the dance of life, triumph and glory into the poor, beleaguered, but newly renovated dance floor at Irish Murphy's. Burst were playing, and we were loving them, and they were in the transcendental zone of creative bliss. Andy was just at the zenith of his drumming high. Dale and Woody were finger-picking awesome, and Woody was singing so heartily and joyously when went the sound system. So we lost our fabulous band for the remainder of the night. Look, my hair is not a pro heart artscape for your arts, okay? No. Where was he? So we lost our fabulous band for the remainder of the night, but we carried on with disco tunage and kept dancing. By the gods. I'll give her credit though. She danced just as long and as hard as I did. But of course she was about 10 years younger than me and had a lot more vitality than I had. So I really did used to perform superhuman feats, dancing for sometimes 5 or 6 hours, almost non-stop, to avoid the creepy men, by the way. I would dance and dance and dance and dance until I literally could hardly walk to get out of the club. I would stumble out of the club, which people would think I was drunk, but I was actually stumbling from exhaustion. And then I would get in the car and drive home and literally, be semi-comatose for 3 or 4 days. I gave a lot of energy into that space and all the spaces I've danced in. I've given and I've given and I've given. So I'm grateful and happy that I've been valued and appreciated at the Brooklyn Standard. And, Tyrone even said to me, was it last week or last fortnight when I last danced there? He said, thank you for your contributions and thank you for providing a safe and accepting, tolerant space for me to have my weird, quirky, wild personality and have my wild dance. It's a symbiosis and a sweetness, actually. Thank you. Seriously, never have I been made so welcome in a venue as you have, Brooklyn Standard. I made peace with one of my most frequent stalkers, a guy I like despite his persistent confusion and ambivalence. This was rather unexpected and weird, but resolved by a nice kiss and followed through at the end of the night with a lovely cup of tea and a piece of baklava each. Oh, the sweetness of life and the twists and turns of romantic possibilities. Oh well, Mama T's going to be upgrading on, barest minimum, barest minimum terms of endearments or negotiations. If I'm going to be kissing a man or making love with a man, I expect to at least be dated and treated like a queen, even though I'm not actually a queen. I don't have those kind of pretensions, but queen of my own destiny. I gave a lot of love to that man and in effect sold myself out a bit cheap too, to be honest, but I was in love with that creature and there's no point regretting the love you pour into empty vessels. They will keep emptying and you will keep pouring until eventually you have nothing left. You're so soul depleted. There's nothing left for you but out. And basically that level of psychic vampirism is how that ended up, actually, almost leading to my own death. And it wasn't the first time a man's tried to divest me of my life, quite literally and physically. And it won't probably be the last unless I'm really, really fucking unfortunate. I hope after 25 years of therapy, I've broken that Mandelbrot patterning. Bloat or broat? It's Mandelbrot patterning. Or the Fibonacci spiraling into fucking evil and despair It must be broken because I'm seeing so much goodness around me in the last couple of years. So things have been shifting incrementally, and I have to keep the faith in it that the right man will choose me for a future partnership that is loving and honouring and fun and sweet and kind and romantic and passionate. And I'm no longer wasting my life force and intrinsic passions on lackluster NPC, flailing dead fish. Here I say it. However, friendship is much better than the roiling torpitude, that should say, not turpitude, roiling torpitude of unfulfilled, unrequited love affairs, lying flailing like a dying fish. Oh God, not again, Tanya. So I am moving forward and keeping myself happy, and who knows what surprises are yet in store. When did I write that? 2014. So I was fully aware that I had a lost cause on my hands, and I still persevered, even though I was fully aware of it. That is the astonishing thing. Update, 4th of May 2020, laughing my ass off. Time heals all wounds. Ha 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 ha. Ha and bloody ha ha. Am I right? Update, 4th of May 2024. Fourth of May 2011. Quiet but content day. I woke up at 2 p.m. after snuggling on my electric blanket with my co-conspirators, Bella and Zulu. Bella was my Pomeranian and Zulu was my black Persian-looking cat. They are loving winter, extra heat. Yes, I need to get another drinky poos. No more tea for Mama Tea. I've had too much tea already today. 3 cups. I've got to limit that right down. Then I hung up my printer's tray and put in all the tiny schmonzes that have been lying around the house. It looks gorgeous. I felt energized enough, I know, to take Bella for a walk around the block. Bella thought it was a miracle. Oh, my sweet little girl. I miss her too. No, Charlie, you can't climb up there. No, it's not happening, Charlie. 4th of May 2009. I'm broke, toothless, with massive cold sores, but still dead sexy. Ha 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 ha. At least I've still got my weird sense of humour. And on that lovely note, I don't really want to end it on a note of herpes simplex, because ooh. So let's end it on a happy, uplifting note. Say goodbye to the people, Charlie. Say goodbye to the people. Say bye-bye, people of Earth. Say hello, goodbye, I love you. What do you reckon, Charlie? She says, bring the curtains back so I can climb up on top of the rail, because I don't like this. I'm not happy, Mama T. I'm not happy about all of this. Okay, Charlie. She's not happy about it at all. Anyway. Singing me a song. Hello. She said bye-bye. 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 Bye-byes in heaven, Charlie. Wherever good doggies go. that fought hard for their mama. She said it again. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Kissy, kissy. Kissy, kissy. She's definitely saying bye-bye. Kissy, kissy. Is bye-bye here from the spirit world, Charlie? Is he here? She would know, wouldn't she? Anyway, on that kind of bathos, oh my darlings, but I am truly deeply loved, even from the spirit world, so I have no reason to be sad today. I just need to continuously live my best life and manifest the best of everything that I possibly can from my own mind, body, heart, spirit and soul, and surround myself with people who truly value and appreciate me and see me, and just let the love unfurl exponentially, because it's here. It's here, it's real, and it's now. And I just need to enjoy it and relax and accept and allow all the beautiful blessings to come my way, as they did last night so beautifully. And Goddess bless. Love to you all. Big, big agape love. And as always, wherever you are in the space-time continuum, have a beautiful day and be kind to each other. And remember, while you're being kind to each other, simultaneously remember to never ever let the bastards grind you down. Bye for now.